Hello, welcome back to my channel. I have gotten a lot of requests to recommend you guys some beginner games or some must-have games for the Nintendo Switch. So I decided instead of commenting individually on everyone, I will just make a video and share with you what I think are some games that you definitely have to check out for your Nintendo Switch. If you are either a new player, you have the Nintendo Switch for the first time and you're kind of overwhelmed with all of the games that are out there, or if you just want to kind of know what I consider to be sort of must-have games for the Nintendo Switch and what some of my favorite games are. Now, we do have 6 games to talk about, and some of these are Nintendo Switch exclusives, which is also why I put them on here, because some of these games you can only play on the Nintendo Switch because they are Nintendo games. Some of these are also playable, for example, on PC or on the PlayStation, but are just some of my favorites and work really well for the handheld. So let's dive into it. Also, I do apologize, it's a little bit gloomy. It's a very, very gloomy, rainy, dark day outside today. It's the only day I was available to film, so I apologize, but you know, it is a perfect setting to curl up with your Switch in bed or on the couch and play some really cozy games. So let's start. The first one, let's just get it out of the way. Animal Crossing New Horizons. If you are not new to my channel, then you'll know that I love that game. It is still one of my favorite games because Animal Crossing is just my favorite game, like franchise. Animal Crossing New Horizons really focuses a lot on it's still like slice of life-ish, you know, you get to just log in, do your daily stuff, go fishing, catch bugs, chat with your villagers who are so adorable. You get to slowly upgrade this island that you live on, and this one also gives you a lot of options to decorate if you really like that. So you can do terraforming, so you can reform your island, kind of you can build a lot of stuff, you know, you can sort of play God a little bit and just decide if there's gonna be a cliff here or bridge there. You're gonna change the water, maybe make a river, you know, stuff like that, and then you get tons of decorating options as well. So that's really fun, but you still also get the more like gameplay aspect, although I do think out of the game so far, this one is a little bit lacking in the gameplay aspect itself, but that's my opinion. However, you do get a lot back from the decorating aspect. Animal Crossing is exclusive to Nintendo. It is a Nintendo game, so you can only play it on the Nintendo Switch. There are actually quite a lot of people that have bought a Nintendo Switch just for Animal Crossing. Although I do enjoy a lot of games on the Nintendo Switch, I definitely also wanted it for Animal Crossing. So it's just a must-have game for me. I have close to like 600 hours on it, spread out over 2 accounts. I know some people have thousands of hours into it, so you know, it's a game with a lot of replayability as well. I just had to mention it. If you're looking for a chill game, you're not sure where to start, Animal Crossing I think is a great start to get you into gaming, to get you into the Nintendo Switch as a first Switch game. Next up we have one that's another Nintendo exclusive. Now I don't play this a ton, but I do want to play it more. It's Mario Kart, and I think this one is really fun as well because you can play it by yourself, but you also can play it with other people. So if you are also looking for more of the social aspect in gaming, or you want to have a game night with your friends or whatever, you can play Mario Kart, and yeah, you can annoy each other and ruin your friendships over this. No, but it's really, really fun. It's a relaxing kind of thing, and it recently got a DLC as well. You can choose to buy it or not, but if you do, you get like tons of new tracks and everything. So this is another one that, although it's not, you know, my personal favorite or anything, I do think it's a great beginner game, almost a must-have. Kind of depends on, you know, what you like, but kind of like a classic Nintendo game, you know, you can play it with others, you can play it by yourself. So yeah, it's a great one to have on the Nintendo Switch. Then another one that is very much a classic and I think is on a lot of people's must-have, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. If you haven't played this one yet, then you still have time to get into it before the much anticipated sequel comes out, whenever that is. This was one of the first games that came out with the Nintendo Switch, and it's also my first game that I had on the Nintendo Switch. I've recently picked it back up again, put it back down again, we'll pick it back up again. It's a beautiful, beautiful game. I have to say it still holds up. I started playing this again at the beginning of this year, and it still looks so stunning on the Nintendo Switch. Truly, truly uses all of the potential. It looks great in handheld. It also looks great if you play a lot docked on the TV. And it's just beautiful open world exploration, the colors, the music, everything is stunning. One thing for me, but it depends on what type of player you are, I get a little bit intimidated by all the puzzles and the combat personally, but even if you don't really like that, there is still so much to get out of this game with just the exploration, the gathering, the cooking. Oh my god, it's really, really so much fun. And you have like the story as well, like what happened to this world. Yeah, this is a must-have game, I think, on Nintendo Switch. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more, it's very focused on exploration, it's a little bit more combat heavy, but it's also very beautiful and it can be really chill at times, then this is a perfect game for you. Next up, another classic. This is not just for the Nintendo Switch, actually. One of my favorite games, Stardew Valley, actually the second game that I ever got for the Nintendo Switch, and oh my god, did I fall in love with this one. Stardew Valley, I think, is also great for the Nintendo Switch because it is a very chill and cozy game, and you can easily lose like hours into this game building your farm, building up your relationships with the villagers, going to the mines, making money. It's like so great, which I think is the Switch is just perfect for that, because I don't know about you guys, but I like to be able to game wherever I want to and be super comfortable, so I can do that perfectly well with the Nintendo Switch, whereas with my PC I'm like forced to sit here, but that's just me. So that's why I would also really recommend it to get on the Switch, and you just get the vanilla experience. I know that a great thing with Stardew Valley is that it's very easy to mod and you can make it so beautiful, and there's tons of quality of life mods. So I would still recommend to also check it out on PC, but if you want to start out, I would say just buy it for the Nintendo Switch. It's a great Switch game, and you can just experience the game as the developer intended for it to be. Yeah, I love this game. It has, again, so much, like you can already sink hours and hours and hours into it. I'm only on my biggest farm, like the farm I work the most on. I'm on year 3 only, so I haven't even really finished anything, and I've already put almost 200 hours into that one. And then I started save files on the PC, got like 50-60 hours into both of those farms too, so it has like a lot of hours you can already sink into it, and a lot of replayability. You can get different farm layouts. For example, you can decide to romance someone else on a different save file. You can even go like do a little bit of an evil route and decide not to build a community center but go for this big awful like mega core stuff. It's up to you what you want to do. So yeah, I'll stop gushing, but Stardew Valley is like one of my favorite games. It's so good. Another one, I had to mention a Pokemon game. Honestly, whatever Pokemon game speaks most to you, I would say just check it out. If you've never played Pokemon before, you have great things waiting for you, but also if you liked Pokemon in the past, obviously it is a Nintendo title. You can only play, legally, you can only play the Pokemon games on the Nintendo Switch, so just for that, I would say it's like a must-have thing, so you get that console exclusivity kind of thing. For me personally, I think my favorite Pokemon game that I have played so far on the Switch is actually Pokemon Legends Arceus. I prefer to say Arceus, but I know it's officially now Arceus. This is so much fun. Oh my god, I loved it. It's like open world, the setting, the atmosphere is beautiful. You get more of the classic Pokemon, but it's also completely different from a lot of the older Pokemon games. Shiny hunting is so much fun in this one too. Actually, I still haven't finished it. I'm in the post game. I've put like 40 hours into the game, so I definitely want to return to it at some point. There's also a new Pokemon game coming out at November this year, actually. So you have lots to choose from. The new Pokemon game also looks hecking amazing. So I would just say check out a Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch for sure. And the last one is another one that's not exclusive to Nintendo Switch, and I only recently started playing, but I'm obsessed. Atelier Sophie. Oh my god, I bought it on sale. I made a video recently. If you guys saw it, then you'll know. With the Nintendo eShop sale, I do these like once a month. Maybe I'll do them a little more often, and I'll just go through some of the games that are on my radar that are currently on sale. Lots of them are like chill, cozy, JRPG kind of thing. So I bought Atelier Sophie on sale, and I started playing it 2 days ago. Obsessed. It's so much fun. Literally, I can't put it down. So I'm just already gonna put it on here. I've only had about 10 hours into the game so far, but I'm just gonna put it on here. Check out an Atelier game, and if you're new to them, Atelier Sophie I think is a great one to start, because I started out first with Atelier Aisha, and that one was a little too difficult for me. There's a time limit. You have to do certain things before a certain amount of time has passed, otherwise you get a bad ending, and the alchemy system was really confusing to me. But Atelier Sophie, the alchemy system is really fun. It's just like a little puzzle, like a little Tetris puzzle, and you're gonna try to make the best items, but even if you don't have the highest quality, it's not that big of a deal so far, at least. The story is just really, really cute. It's very slice of life JRPG. Obviously, the art style is beautiful. It is also a bit newer game than Atelier Sophie, the Dusk trilogy. This is the start of the Mysterious trilogy, so you have a lot more like nice updates. You know, the camera control just goes like a full 360. You can look everywhere you want and stuff like that. So yeah, I am just enjoying this one so much. Lots of like exploring, gathering, super chill, trying to get through the story. Lots of alchemy, like crafting the stuff. So much fun. If you're into like more chill RPG kind of games, I would highly recommend this one. And I actually do think the Atelier series, but especially right now Atelier Sophie, is just a must-have on the Nintendo Switch for me. And there you have it. These are some of my current like but also sort of all-time favorite games on the Nintendo Switch that I would recommend to beginners if you're not really sure where to start, what game to check out on the Nintendo Switch, or just would say are like kind of must-have games, almost kind of classic, you know. I'm sure there's tons of games. I mean, I have a ton of games that I haven't mentioned here, but if you think there is a certain game that I haven't mentioned that you really think is like a must-have, must check out on a Switch, definitely feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I think it will also be really nice for other people looking for recommendations to be able to get more from you guys from the comments, right? And yeah, that's it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. All of my social media is linked in my description box down below. We also have a Discord server, super chill, cozy in there if you want to chat about games or other things in life. Feel free to join that as well. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.